Welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Today's guest is Cavin Eggleston. Hello.
Hi, Cheri. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
All right. I see you have a friend there with you.
I do. I have, we don't know what he is. He was like given to us. This is Captain. And he
Captain?
is Captain, yeah. Captain America Eggleston.
Oh, Captain.
Yeah.
Got it.
Not captive, even though we keep him in a crate. No, we had actually like a 23andMe for dogs done on him. And he's got everything from German Shepherd to Cane Corso to Lab in him.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of cool.
I don't know how accurate it is, but it kept me from like having boring dinner conversations for a couple minutes.
So tell me about the day that you got him.
So it was Christmas Day 2 years ago. My oldest niece, who was 17 at the time, she texts me and she says, "Uncle Cavin, do you want a dog?" I said, "Not at all." Like, why would I want two dogs? And what it was she had, the story I got told was she had found a dog or some puppies abandoned on the side of the road.
Oh.
This was the one she kept. Then the next story I got told is, well, a lady gave her a dog. And then a year and a half later, the actual truth was, now that he's ran away, was that she went with her boyfriend and bought a dog.
Oh.
And so I think I accidentally stole a Christmas gift from my niece. Their parents didn't want to keep it. So they said, give it to your uncle who wants a dog.
Ah.
So yeah, I think we stole an animal.
I think a lot of animals come to people with little fibs attached to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they almost have to, I think, in some cases.
Right. Well, I know at my house, my husband did not want our two dogs. And now they're his dogs. They're not even my dogs. So, yeah. I had to do some fancy talking, but I knew they would be good for him. I just had to do what was best, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, and this dog is, we have two. We have Captain and we have Porter. Captain is the only dog I've ever met that, like, when he runs at you, he licks the air. I mean, you can just hear it when he comes, like, charging at you, because all he wants to do is give kisses. He's like a presidential candidate of a dog.
Does he do any tricks?
No. Like, the only thing we've ever discovered is he is, if he's in his crate when we're, like, at work or something, if there's anything near his crate, it doesn't matter if it's in a, like, 3-foot radius, it will go into his crate. We've lost so many comforters and rugs and shirts to that little monster.
Oh, he's creative.
Yeah. Bored is what I think it is.
Well, if he were to give you if he were to okay, I can talk. I really can. If he were to write a review about you, what would it say?
Is deceitful with peanut butter. Is what I would think he would be most like angry about. Because he rolls and stuff a lot in our yard, and so we always have to like give him baths. So then I always have to like try to trick him with peanut butter smeared on the shower stall.
Oh, that's a good trick, though.
Yeah, it works great, but every time now he's just like, hey, man, I'm not stupid. I'll figure out why the house smells like peanut butter right the fifth time. And then we went on my wife and I were trying to lose some weight. We went on a diet, and we got, like, the organic, healthy peanut butter. And he's like, oh, I don't give a shit. I'm not going in that room.
Yeah, nobody wants to eat
for
that.
Nothing.
All right, well, you want to switch over? Let's start talking about heavy petting of the human variety.
We can, sure.
Do you have any, like, cute little fun stories that you would like to tell us? Now, first, I always have to qualify because some of the young folks don't know what heavy petting means. But, like, back in our day, it meant, like, making out. So this can encompass anything from love to dating to sex or whatever you would like to tell us.
All right. I think this is, like, topical to the time we are. My heavy petting story involves a distrust of law enforcement.
Oh, okay.
So I was 18, and I had taken a date to a drive-in movie theater, and we had watched, I think it was House of Wax with Paris Hilton, and
Mm-hmm.
some other movie. I don't really remember. I do remember that during the break between movies, I went to the concession stand, and for some reason, a chili dog sounded just amazing. And I don't think anybody buys those. You shouldn't at a drive-in movie theater that's only
Yeah,
open
probably
like
not.
3 months a year. But I did. Went back to our car, or the vehicle we were in. It was, I think, a 2002 Ford Escape. Uh, go through the movie. Everything's fine. We were driving back. I start getting the stomach gurgles. So
Uh-oh.
we pull off about 2 miles from where her house is into this little park. I go in, use the porta potty, and like with only the bravado that an 18-year-old could have, I come back to the car and be like, "Hey, we're gonna make out, right?" Like, I just demolished whatever was in that room. I'm sexy. Um, I'm in the car. I kicked out all the trash from the back seat of the Ford Escape because I was like, I need space. I need room to operate. I'm a
Isn't an
number
Escape
guy.
kind of a small vehicle?
Yeah, like a small
Yeah.
SUV.
Okay.
And kicked it all on the side to the side. I was like, I hate admitting in the story that I was a litterer. That seems to be the worst thing you could be. But anyways, we're sitting in there. I'm still getting the tummy gurgles, but I'm like, I can make this magic work. And all of a sudden, we get hit with the cherries and berries, the red and blue lights.
Oh.
And cop comes up and is like, what do you guys think you're doing? It's the parks are closed at night. You're trespassing now. And he makes me go sit on his car, cards her, interviews her, makes sure everything's okay. And he's giving us this lecture about how he could write us a ticket for being at the park after dark, after curfew, and trespassing. And then he looks over, and I explained to him, like, we went to a drive-in movie theater. I was feeling sick. I'm 18. I'm terrified of anyone with any sort of authority. So I'm just trying to get out of whatever the situation is. I explained the whole thing and tried to pass it off as I was sick. He looks over and he sees the movie theater trash. And he goes, you need to clean that up or I will cite you for littering right now. So I start picking it up. Also was right there when he was looking were 3 condoms that were not mine. And he loses his goddamn mind.
Mm.
He's like, hey, I bring my kids to this park and you're doing that kind of shit here. And I was like, oh man, I had chili dogs. You can't have sex if you've had chili dogs. It's in the rules. It's like swimming 30 minutes after you eat. You just can't do it. And so he goes, no, you better clean that shit up or I'm taking you in for, I don't know what, aggressive littering. I don't know what the crime would be, but I'm scared. I don't know what to do. So
Now, wait, I need to ask a question.
Yeah.
Were these used condoms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like wrappers. No, they were used condoms.
All right,
I picked up
checking.
3 condoms of I don't know who. I lived in a small, shitty town. I can imagine the only people that couldn't afford a Motel 6 and were like, park sex is preferable. I'm not cleaning up Stephen Hawking condoms. I have to then take them and throw them away in the porta potty that I just did unspeakable things in. It's really tough to then come back in the car with a date and be like, oh, I was going to go off on that cop. Like, don't worry. Like, I was going to be tough. I totally emasculated myself in that moment. I smell a porta potty and I just realized, like, this is before every girl carried hand sanitizer with her everywhere. So I've just got like
condom hands
with like movie theater butterfingers. Oh, it was the worst night of my life on that front.
Oh, that is such a romantic story, Cavin.
It is. And we've been married for 20 no.
I was going to say, I'd like to get her on here and have her tell the story from her side.
Oh, she's like, oh yeah, he thought he was going to, like, she knew it was a non-starter after the chili dog. It was just a series of unfortunate events where I didn't realize to quit.
Oh, that's a good story. I like it a lot. I like stories about poop. first of all. So there we go. All right. So
Yeah,
what is the best compliment anyone's ever given your naked body?
The best compliment I've ever gotten about my naked body was, that's not what I anticipated. Yeah, that was it. And I didn't want to ask follow-ups.
Yeah.
Like,
Huh.
we still had sex, so I assume like it wasn't a bad anticipation.
I think people really need to up their compliment game.
I'm just usually so grateful. Like, I'll send a thank you note. I don't give a shit. So I'm always with the compliments. I've been married with my wife for like 12 years. I just am like, hey, you're the most beautiful person. I've seen it. But every time, thank you, you're a goddess.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So how can people find you if they want to find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Cavin, Cavin _egg, EGG. And then you can find me on Facebook at Cavin Eggleston's page or just my personal Facebook page.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since we've worked together, but I always enjoy working with you.
Yeah, we need to get you back out. Everyone needs to wear their masks so Cheri can hit that stage again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? You owe it to yourself to let Cheri be on stage. Like, wear a mask, hand sanitize.
Yeah, that will be nice when the world gets back to some semblance of normalcy. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you a phase 4 or a phase 3-er?
I'm a phase 4.
Phase 4.
I'm never going anywhere ever again. Like today, I told myself I'm supposed to go to Vegas July 25th. I told myself I would decide on June 25th whether to cancel or not, and it's not looking good. So,
yeah, I've been out a couple times, and I'm just like, oh, this is temporary. You guys all realize that, like, the way some of you are acting, this is not going to stay this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's too bad, but it's good seeing you. Yeah. Even if it's not in person. It was lovely to meet your dog, and thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
What's on her mind? She's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl. Big, big girl, big, big girl.